from? Sister, I am from the cotton and tobacco fields of North Carolina. I worked the potato fields and the cucumber fields and the tomato fields, the strawberry fields. I worked in the hog parlor delivering pigs. We killed hogs every year. Mother cooked the cracklings and saved the grease, and everything she cooked was in the grease. Mother used to can foods. There was 10 of us, shoot. My father used to go hunting, and whatever the season was, that's what we was eating. But at some point I got lost. At some point I missed the boat. Long it was tobacco or cotton season, we couldn't go to school. Now we had to wait till the harvest was in. And then we got up so early and we worked so late, gleaning behind the corn pigs. And my mother trying to make ends meet after my father died. All I know is we worked all the time. Somewhere I got lost. All I know is that the folk land we lived on owned half of the state. I wouldn't sell my parents an acre of land that they could build them a home. Man, at night I used to lay in my bed and could see the moon. Holes in the wall, the sun shine through during the day. But the folk we worked for, I watched them build homes. My brother and them used to love that song. They used to sing, "St. Peter, don't you call me 'cause I can't go. I owe my soul to the company store." My mother had credit down at the store. Man, you know, I came up, and sure enough, I thought the white folk was my devil. They all seemed to be doing so well, and we were so poor. But if you don't know, you don't know. See, it was the lack of education that was our problem. We went to school and went to sleep, but because we didn't bother nobody, the teachers just passed us from year to year. Nobody wanted to take time out and invest in us. So as soon as I was old enough to drop out, I wasn't feeling that special ed. Folk laughing at me. Tired of sneaking around the school to get to this class only to get some sleep, because folk just wasn't concerned about me. They had written me off. Couldn't wait till I was old enough and I could drop out. But I had a plan. I had a plan. You know, I used to steal pocketbooks when I was about 9, 10 years old. Man, I used to creep up on these white ladies. Just go down to Fayetteville, around down that way, and white ladies just were so confident. They were so sure about themselves when I was a kid. They just get out the car and be dangling that pocketbook real loose, and I'll run by and snatch that pocketbook and break. And they start hollering, "Get that nigga! Get that nigga! Help! Somebody get that nigga!" I always was a nigga. And man, it just like fueled the fire. Every time they hollered out nigga, I said like, yes. Yeah. But one day, man, I grabbed this white lady's purse, and she didn't know nigga. She said, "Jesus, help me. Jesus, help me." And it scared the hell out of me. She knew who my mom knew. I never stole another pocketbook in my life. She knew who my mother knew. She called on the name of Jesus, and it scared me. Man, I can't be snatching these ladies' pocketbooks, because you never know which one of them might know who my mama know. I didn't drop the pocketbook. Shoot, I was scared. I kept that joint, but I don't know who you were, ma'am. But I never snatched another pocketbook because you called on Jesus. I had a lot of anger for white people. Oh, but let me tell you about God. God has a way of correcting your ignorance. I was in the courtroom. Man, I was a young whippersnapper. See, they had a plan. I done jumped in 5 different cars, man. Folk leaving their keys in their cars, and you had somebody like me on the loose. I was just waiting for a key to be left in a car, and I jumped in that blicky and I drove it till I couldn't drive no more. Went everywhere I wanted to go. Found myself in the courtroom after I told on my damn self. Mother came in to see me because the police done picked me up. They assumed that I was guilty. Mother came in and she started crying, and she said, "Son, if you did it, tell them." I said, "Yeah, I took all 5 of those cars. Let me tell you how I took it." And afterwards, my mother says, "If I thought you was guilty," you know what I say? "If I thought you was guilty, I would have never told you to tell them that you was guilty." See, because once I did that, they didn't have to plea bargain with me then. They didn't have to seek help for my little ass. All they had to do then is, "Oh, we got you by your testimony. I'm going to put you in there with all the rest of them niggas. I'm going to lock you up." But no, but if I could just let my baby got some help out the situation. But let me tell you what happened. Here I'm going to courtroom because they changed the court date. Because they didn't want my mother to be there to see that they were going to railroad me. And the lawyer came back there and told my mother, "You don't have a court date? Man, I'm in cell with murders. I'm in the holding cell. I'm telling you, I'm nothing but a kid in a holding cell with men that have ran other men down and shot them in the back and castrated them. And I'm in here with these fools as a kid? Well, they're going to make an example of my little ass." I find myself in the courtroom because they tell my mother that I'm scheduled, my court date wasn't going to be that day, so they sneaked me in after my mother left. And the lawyer came back to me, yeah, public defender, what help he was. Came back and told me, "What you need to do is sign this plea bargain for 8 to 9 years on the first charge. And it's going to be up to the judge to run the next 4 charges concurrent or consecutive." Let me tell you folk out there what that mean, young folk. If they're running concurrent, then you got 5, 8 to 9 years. You got 5, but they jam together, so you really only got 1. But if they run it consecutively, or boxcar, that means you do this time, then they parole you from this time to this time, and they parole you from this time to this time, and you got 5 of those. But when they came to me, I didn't know. I said, "I don't care. Do what you got to do. I signed the plea bargain. Do what you got to do." And they're going to send me in front of this judge, and he going to say to me, "You know you signed this plea bargain from 8 to 9 years, and it's up to me to run it concurrent or consecutive." I'm a little pissed about longer now. I really don't care. You need to do what you going to do. A little ignorant at the time. And the lady that was doing, the phonographer that was keeping track of everything that was going on, and she was white. And let me tell you what she said. She said, "Wait a minute." I don't know if she had that power, but somebody must have knew who she was, because she said, "Wait a minute." Right in the middle of the court procedure. She said, "What y'all doing to this young man is not right." And I'll tell you what happened. She and the prosecuting attorney and my lawyer and the judge, they all went